In this video we're going to show you how to disassemble and reassemble your Strasser RS-14 rifle. Safety first, so the first thing that we're going to do is remove the magazine, make sure the weapon is pointed in a safe direction, and then prove it's clear. Okay, no ammunition there, no ammunition on the bench. Once we're at this stage, we can then remove the bolt by pressing in the bolt release knob right there. Press that down and the bolt comes out. Before we go any further, let's take a look at the bolt and see how it works. The bolt's comprised of two main components. There's the bolt head, which contains the locking lugs, and the bolt body, which contains the firing pin. If you need to change calibers, then you probably should change bolt heads as well, depending on the caliber size. As you can see, it's really easy to swap out the bolt head for a different size. At the back is a little bolt locking catch right here. If you look at this little component here and press it down with the thumbnail, you'll see how the bolt works. In this, the firing pin shroud has driven the bolt lugs outwards, and this is what locks up into the barrel extension. If you try and insert the bolt in this condition back in the rifle, you will end up breaking this spring, so don't do it. Here's what you need to do instead, and this applies to RS-14 and RS-14 Luxus and Black Widow models, because the bolt ships in this condition in the case. If you find a bolt in that condition with the bolt lugs extended, then bring them back by cocking the weapon. In this condition, the bolt can be reinserted into the receiver. Let's continue field stripping the RS-14. One of the great things about the RS-14 is that all the tools you need to field strip it are carried on board, and that starts with the trigger pack. If you look at the back of the action here, there's a little catch which allows you to remove the trigger pack. Simply pull that catch to the rear and the trigger pack falls out. Inside the trigger pack is this little Allen wrench, which allows you to remove the fore end. Simply take the Allen wrench out of the trigger pack and insert it into the hole in the fore end. About 2 revolutions allows you to free up the fore end and remove it from the rifle. Inside the fore end is the other takedown tool you'll find on board the RS-14. And this is a little cheater bar which you can use to undo the barrel clamp. So you insert it into the barrel clamp, lift up, and remove your barrel. And there's your rifle completely broken down for storage or cleaning. Let's put it back together. Take your barrel and insert it into the receiver. You'll note that there's a little pin on the receiver and a corresponding hole in the barrel extension, and those need to line up. In fact, you can't assemble the rifle unless they are correctly aligned. And then I'm going to take my assembly tool, snug that up, and then replace the tool back into the fore end. Once the fore end is in place, I'm just going to slide it onto the receiver, and then I'm going to take my Allen wrench and tighten it down. Don't take this any more than finger tight. Once I'm finished with my Allen wrench, I'm going to store it back into the trigger pack and then install the trigger pack into the rifle. And that just snaps into place. Finally, I'm going to take my bolt with the locking lugs in their collapse position, insert the bolt into the receiver. I can then reinsert my magazine and the weapon is now fully assembled.